I think our guys took a big step forward as far as how hard it really is to give that type of effort if you want to be a good defensive team. And I think it showed on the offensive end because our guys had no legs and looked pretty fatigued, especially watching the tape again. But that's good for us. So we've been preaching it and drilling it and drilling it and preaching it. And the challenge before yesterday's game was to get carryover from how they compete in practice, and I felt like we saw a good amount defensively of the work that they put in this building each day.
Starting with Larry, were you trying to go with more of a defensive approach, or was it maybe to give him a chance to get started?
I'll give him a chance. He's had a great training camp. He's had a great offseason, and like I said, coming into this, we're gonna compete for positions at playing time, and we're going to try different lineups out together. It was nice having Brook out there. We wanted to see what those two look like together. I thought they did a good job of the way we played to start the game.
What did Brook do for you guys, especially in the half-court situation?
Well, he gives us obviously a spacer, especially from the center spot. It allowed us to get a little more creative and use him as the single side tag man, make big defenders have to play defense out of position, and he allows us really to have an inside threat, which is big because basketball should be played with from the inside out, whether that's penetrating on the dribble, the pass. And with him, we were able to get the ball down low a couple of times early, and I think it just kind of helped collapse the defense. And the more our guys get familiar and used to playing with them, the more we'll be able to take advantage of those situations.
A lot of expectations on Brandon Ingram, especially offensively coming into the season. Do you feel like he's pressing a little bit too much, and what's your message been?
I think that's fair to say. I think he wants to be great so bad, and he's worked so hard that he wants to show everyone how good he is, and I think because of that he's had some possessions where he definitely is trying to do too much. My message to him is, look, we're gonna be together for a lot of years, and you're gonna be a great NBA player. So just keep working the way you work and enjoy it. Have fun with your young teammates and growing together, and let the game just kind of come to you as opposed to trying to go out there and force some things.
Is he different in practice than in games? Like for shooting, for example, is he making those shots, knocking them out in practice, but when it gets to game time, that's where it's going to change?
Yeah, he came into camp a little banged up, so we were holding him out. He wasn't doing his pre-game work, his pre-practice work, post-practice work that he does. He does it, every single day. He's developed great habits with that, and I think that's kind of threw him off his rhythm a little bit. We were trying to make sure we had him healthy going into the season. He's back to doing that stuff the last couple days. But yeah, we see it. To me, it's similar to how last year went. Early on, we kept telling you guys how good this guy is, and the numbers weren't matching up. And then he got his rhythm later in the year and was really good from January on. And I think right now he's just about him finding that rhythm and comfort level again.
Does he seem hard on himself? It seemed like he was pretty down yesterday.
He's hard on himself. He holds himself to a high standard, which we like. He comes in, he uses that type of stuff to motivate him. But what's great about him, he gets down on himself. He wants to win, but even when he's like that, he's still very coachable. You can tell him anything, and you can still have a productive conversation with him about what's going on in the game.
Before yesterday's game, Brandon was saying that he wasn't really too concerned about the team getting their first win, that he was more concerned with improvement as they went along. What do you think last night's win does for the team's confidence?
Well, just good. I mean, we work our tails off in here, and you put in that type of work, every single day. It's nice that every once in a while to feel good and to hear the guys laughing and joking in the locker room afterwards. So it's good for I think it's good for the spirit of the team to even though it's a preseason game and it's not, you know, that big a deal. And Brandon's absolutely right about improvement being more important right now. It's still a nice little reward at the end of the day.
How impressed are you with Kyle Kuzma in the way that in 2 of your close games he's been able to have the ball in his hands, especially with Lonzo being out? He's been able to create for himself and for others.
Well, he's a special young man because he does a great job of recognizing his advantage, and whether, you know, that was his size when he had George Hill on him late in the game and made that nice little driving spin move, or if he has a big, you know, he'll look to get in the paint, take him off the dribble, or space him to three. For you know, a rookie, he does a great job of taking advantage and recognizing those situations. You know, with him, it's still a lot of, you know, he wants to do so much. He's so excited to do it that a lot of, you know, at the end of those games, sometimes he's stalling out the offense because he's just picking and popping, and that's not what we want. So, you know, I thought last night was a good learning experience for him as far as the defenses get a lot more difficult in the final 2 or 3 minutes, and that's when you really got to rely on you know, setting the screen, running the offense, and making the defense, you know, getting to that second, third option within the play. That's where you're going to get open shots. And like I said last night, he did that a couple times and got good looks, and then a couple times he just tried to catch himself and do it. So it's a good learning experience for him. But he's, you know, he was a big part of why we won that game.
What happens at the college level? I mean, not that he didn't do anything last year, 16 or something, but somebody who seems so capable of playing at the NBA level slips to 27. And how does that happen based on what's going on with how they play in college versus what Coach Williams is like?
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. I know I've talked to him about, you know, his experience in college and what it was like. And you know, he told me they had a lot of transfers, people transferring out and people transferring in that last year, and they just never really found their cohesiveness. But you know, I think it's obviously different. You can't just say that about everyone. For him, that's definitely true. I mean, even the film I watched on him, I loved the way he played, but there was stretches where, you know, he was kind of on the floor and you didn't notice much. And that's not the case at all since we've had him. Every second he's on the floor, he's a threat. But I don't know the difference from then to now.
He's sort of implied, or I think he's actually said that he felt like his game fits better in the NBA than it did in college. Do you think there's anything to that?
I would imagine his game fitting pretty well where at whatever level he's playing at, honestly. He can stretch the floor, he can put the ball on the ground, he can finish at the rim, he's got floaters. So, I mean, I guess there's, you know, the NBA, the new NBA is a lot more space and freedom to do that stuff, but I would still, you know, say that he'd be a pretty darn good college player too.
With the first 4 games in the books, are you starting to just expect more consistency out of Kyle?
Sorry, one more time.
With the first 4 games now that you guys have played, are you starting to expect more consistency from Kyle? Because before you
well, he's proven nothing but the fact that he's going to be a consistent player. So now, although I don't think many and most rookies are consistent, he's changed my mind as far as he's concerned. Yeah.
You said that you were trying out different lineups. You had Larry in the starting lineup. Is there an opportunity, you think, before the end of preseason to try Kyle in the starting lineup?
Is there an opportunity? Absolutely, there's an opportunity.
Will you make that? You plan on something like that?
We've discussed it. It hasn't been. We haven't made a decision on that yet, but yeah, we've discussed it. But I do. He's the scoring and the energy he provides that second unit right now is pretty crucial as well. But it's on the debate table, yeah.